So Donald Trump said during the campaign that he was going to devote a lot of money to infrastructure. Well, that sounded like a really positive thing. And I told you during the campaign that he had a lot of positions that were actually progressive and populist. He wanted to end the Trans-Pacific Partnership. He talked about ending loopholes for the hedge funds. And he wanted to go after the bankers, and he said he would protect Social Security and Medicare. Now, I told you that almost all of those were lies, and it turns out, yeah, he kept the loophole for the hedge funds in his tax bill. He doesn't care. He was lying to you the whole time. He just proposed a budget where they're going to cut Medicare by hundreds of billions of dollars. Why? Because there's no money left, because they gave so much in tax cuts to the rich. TPP, he did actually stop the negotiations, but he just went to Davos with the globalists and said, oh, no, we'll make that deal better and get back in. Well, how about infrastructure? He had promised infrastructure. Well, there is $200 billion in his budget for infrastructure, but overall spending is $1.7 billion. Or, I'm sorry, 1.3 trillion, I should say. So where's the rest of the money coming from? From private corporations. Okay, is that a good thing? Well, let's find out. We go to, first of all, what the White House says. Tolling restrictions, they explain, foreclose what might otherwise serve as a major source of revenue for infrastructure investment. Providing states flexibility to toll existing interstates would generate additional revenues for states to invest in surface transportation infrastructure. So let me translate that for you. We're going to build tolls everywhere. For a long time in America, the great majority of the national highway system and the interstate highway system was toll-free. Donald Trump would like to end that. So he's saying, well, private corporations are going to put money in, and then they're going to want to maximize profit. So not only will they get their money back, but they'll get some money on top of that. So at the end of the day, who's going to pay for the roads? You are. Now look, you put taxes in, we build them at a reasonable rate, and it helps everyone. It helps you to get from point A to point B. It helps businesses. When Eisenhower helped to build interstate highways, it helped business boom. And we did that through taxes, and it still made sense, and it still created a bigger, larger, more successful economy. It lifted all boats. Now we're not going to do that. We're going to privatize all the roads, and then you are going to be paying tolls forever. This is actually deeply unpopular, even among conservatives. I'm going to explain that in a second. But of course, that means it's bipartisan. If there is something that is for corporate interests only and against all the citizens, then both parties agree to it. So whenever you see on TV that there's no bipartisan agreement, that is not true. They often agree on things that would rob us. In this case, Obama agreed to this too. Barack Obama's administration, for example, repeatedly proposed lifting current prohibitions on states placing tolls on existing highway lanes. Proponents of the move argue that it would create new sources of badly needed revenue, one that could find more support in Congress than an increase in federal gas tax. So, as usual, Obama didn't plan to do it at the scale that Trump is planning. But he thought, yeah, privatize the roads, bring in tolls. Congress will then agree. Why will Congress agree? Because they're owned by the donors. Democrats agree, the Republicans agree. The only people who don't agree are the citizens. Now, let me show you how deeply unpopular it is. Not just among progressives, but again, among conservatives. So we go to the deep red state of Texas. A statewide push to privatize highways in Texas suffered a backlash from angry commuters who complain about exorbitant late fees and costly toll bills. In December, the state's transportation officials voted against constructing new toll roads after opposition from Governor Greg Abbott and Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick. Those guys are very, very conservative. So they're like, okay, donors, you gonna give us money? All right, we'll make all the citizens pay tax. By the way, in essence, it's a different form of tax, right? But you pay it forever. We'll make them pay tolls forever on the highways. Turns out conservatives didn't like that either. They're like, I don't want to do that. That's terrible. And it's a pain in the ass too. Not only are you paying, it's a regressive tax. So it's a tiny, tiny fraction of the income of the rich, but it's a bigger fraction of the income of the middle class and the poor. But on top of that, you got to stop at the tolls, or you got to get the thing in your car that lets you go through the tolls, but God forbid you let it lapse, or you didn't get it in the first place, or you went in the wrong lane, and then you got fines and tickets, and it all adds up. Those are all a way of taxing you, the middle class and the poor. And like I said, it's a fraction of the income of the rich. So it's a way of redistributing the wealth to the top and taking it from you. And it turns out that was a bridge too far and a road too far, apparently, for even Republicans in Texas. They're like, yeah, this one I get, okay? No, I vote no. And then all of a sudden, Abbott and Patrick are like, backpedal, backpedal, backpedal. Did we say tolls? No, tolls are an outrage. We're against tolls. Doesn't matter. It's now coming to the national level to the tune of trillions of dollars. Hopefully, we will stop it, but if we don't, get ready to pay no matter where you drive for the rest of your life. If you like this video, bless your heart. We got a lot more where that came from. We do a full show every day, Monday through Friday. Come enjoy it ad-free by becoming a member, tytnetwork.com/join.